How long are you going to continue to wait for more confirmation? How long are you going to wait for God to give me another sign? Like, oh, I need this other sign. I need more time. I need to, get better at this, get more skill at this before you even start. How long are you going to wait? Are you going to allow more weeks, more months? Are you going to allow years to go by without doing anything with your purpose? And next thing you know, you're on your deathbed and you're saying, man, I really wish that I did what God told me to do. I really wish I did a purpose that I was supposed to complete on this earth. I really wish I completed my assignment. Do you really want to live a life like that? Do you want to live a life of regret? Every single day you're thinking, what is possible if I only try? But you're too afraid. You're too afraid to, suck it first to go through the process of learning, to go through the process of, it kind of sucks at first, but you get better. Are you afraid to get out of your comfort zone? Is that what's stopping you? And even beyond that, like not even just yourself, but what about all the people that you're supposed to help? If you have a purpose, if you know this purpose, if God's giving you this assignment, if you know what you're supposed to be doing, then like why are you not like who's supposed to be helped by the things that you're supposed to be doing? Whose destiny is being stopped because you're not trying to fulfill yours? Like, when are you gonna realize that the longer you take, the more inaction you take, it's just hurting yourself and all the people you like, not even just the people around you, but so many people that you will never meet. And you know how I know this? My great example, this whole entire channel, God gave me an assignment to make this channel years ago, like several years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. And, I was just always afraid. I was like, why would anyone want to listen to me? I'm just like this, like I'm turning 18, like at the end of this month. And like back then I was just like, why would anyone want to listen to like this 16-year-old, talk about like self-improvement and then like all these different things and listen to wisdom that I have. And and then now it's growing exponentially, channel's growing amazing. And more than that, it's helping people. And I'm truly walking the purpose that God has called me to do. And even though it's going slower, I'm so grateful for all the people that I've been helping in a community that is being built, the people that are being driven by purpose and not pleasure, and seeking to fulfill their destiny, seeking to fulfill their purpose, and moving forward and focus on becoming rather than, just having this goal of getting these materialistic things, but truly becoming the person that they want to be, the person that society needs to have to lead and change this generation, change the future, and really be a positive impact. Like all of that is happening. But like how many years ago, like if I started, like, where would this channel be now? I can only imagine, but I'm just grateful that I started now. And this is your sign. This is your sign. Start. Don't be afraid to start. And I know it sucks at first. And I know it's hard to start and it's easier said than done, but you need to start. You need to start doing something. Start putting yourself out there. Start whatever God told you to do. If God like it doesn't even have to be ministry or speaking or social media or anything. Let's say God told you just to become friends with this one person. How about you go do it? God told you to go sign up for the soccer team and go and apply. Go do it. God told you to apply for this job. Do it. God told you to do this modeling thing. Do it. Whatever it may be, whatever it may be, you need to just do it. Do what God told you to. Stop waiting for confirmation. I feel like so many of us, we get lost in, you need more confirmation. You keep needing confirmation. And at that point, it's not even obedience. You're just like waiting for like a cow to fall out of the sky or something. Like God will literally give you the exact sign you need. And then you're like, well, can I have another one? You're like being like Gideon and like you keep needing signs. And it's just like, God just said to do it. That's enough. You know, as long as it aligns with his word, go and do it. Like it's a no-brainer. That's what you need to do. You need to take action. You need to realize there's so many people depend on you. So many people's destinies depend on you. If you make the choice, if you decide to take action, then those other people are going to be helped. Generations can be helped. I don't know how many people I've helped, like their lives. Like, I don't know how many, like even people, if they watch one video and they never subscribe, I'm so grateful, because they might take that one thing. It might change the course of their life, change their destiny, change their family, change, their kids and their kids' kids and generations on, just from one video that I could make. Like, you don't know what your purpose can do, what waves, what ripple effects it can make. And because you don't want to take steps, because you want to stay in comfort, you're like stop. And it's like you want to ask God for all these different things, and like, God, why haven't you given me this? You said you would give me this. You've given me visions. You give me visions that I'm gonna have this, this amazing woman of God as my wife, and I'm supposed to like be wealthy and have all these different things. But then you're asking God why he hasn't given you all this, but you can't even do the one thing he told you to do. The one thing he's giving, like, you just do this one thing, everything else in life will fall in place. Well, I think of it, I like to give this demonstration of, it's like a seed, and you plant the seed, and it's like a tree. And let's say this tree grows, and then the tree grows, and then all these different branches come off of it. All these different branches, and then the branches, they produce leaves, and then they produce fruit, and all these different things that you want, all these things that you desire, they're gonna come from that one seed, that one, when you start doing your purpose, and it just grows and blossoms. But you have to understand that it takes time for the roots. The roots have to dig in. The roots have to dig in deep. It takes time, and resources, and just pouring into, the sunlight and the water, and the soil has to be healthy, and it just takes time. The roots dig deep first before it can go, and before then the sprout, it has to break free from the soil. There's that point where it's like it's coming up, and it has to break free and break through the soil, and then it's a small little plant, and eventually it just grows into this big tree that produces all the fruit that you want, all the things that you're saying that God gave you in visions, and what he told you he's going to give you, and the blessings that he told you, the lives you're going to change. That all happens, but you need to be able to plant that seed. Don't be afraid to plant the seed. Because you get lost in thinking, like, it's the same thing for me. It's like you're asking, like, God, why don't you give me this? But it's like the same fruit that you're asking. Fruit doesn't just pop from a little tiny sapling. Like, that's not how it works. Fruit doesn't just come out of a seed, like, directly like that. That's not how it works. And even when there's a tree, the tree has to grow branches. You have to grow branches first before all these different fruits are being produced and all the leaves start, like, coming in. It's not like, oh, just fruit just like forms on the bark of a wood. That's not how it works. I don't know any plant that grows like that, and if so, like, tell me, because that's crazy. But the whole entire point is it takes time, and you have to embrace that. Be able to, embrace how it sucks. Be able to embrace being embarrassed, or just looking stupid, or however you may think like it might appear. You have to embrace that and just start. If you just start somewhere, I'm telling you, give it a year and you'll see massive improvement. Give it 2 years, you'll see massive improvement. And like you get lost, you're thinking, oh, everything is growing linear. Like that, a lot of people would like to think, like, because all the numbers and statistics are available these days, we like to think, oh, everything's linear. No, but life for humans, we are not linear creatures. We grow exponentially. Not everything is like, oh, like growing in a gradual line. No, that's how computers work, and all these different things. We grow exponentially, it kind of looks a bit flat at a point, and then eventually it hits this point where it starts curving. It curves, and there's one middle part in the curve, and then it just shoots up. But for a long time, it looks flat. It looks like it's just steadily growing, or like even small, like just very minute amount of growth. And then all of a sudden it hits this curve. It starts rising, and it just boom, it just shoots up. It's exponential. Life is exponential. The things that you do, the habits that you do, it's exponential. The things that you spend your time on is exponential. You have to realize this. Realize this now. I wish I knew this when I was young. I wish I realized this earlier, and I really took this to heart, and I just started taking action. So don't be afraid. Take the action. Let this be a message. Let this be a sign that you need to take action, that you need to do what God told you to do, that you need to pursue purpose, that you need to put purpose over pleasure. You need to drop those things. You need to drop those old friends, or drop whatever you need to go, and just go all in and just lock in and truly pursue this. And I know it's not going to be easy at first, but it will be worth it. Just trust it. Trust it. Trust me. Trust God, most importantly. I'm telling you, He won't let you down. You just have to go all in and just surrender it. It might look crazy and stupid at first, but give it time and watch it grow and blossom into something beautiful. Now, if you want to watch another amazing video, you can click right here and have your life changed by this amazing video that YouTube is recommending you.